Next up, we got Bobby Portis and those wonderful eyes of his. Welcome to Full Court Fits, the show that takes you around the world of NBA fashion while also bringing you all the latest, greatest, pressing, most important, biggest news in sneaker culture today. I'm Big Waz. Let's go. First up on a very world champion Milwaukee Bucks-centric edition of Cop or Drop, we got the one and only defensive stalwart Jrue Holiday, dripped in head to toe from Rude, as wears a pair of very rare Nike Air Dunks. Listen, it's not that Jrue looks horrible or he looks like an idiot. He looks completely fine. As much as I admire what the guys and gals over at Rude are doing, give it a rest, y'all. Let's just let it get some time to breathe. Let's try some other streetwear cats. The fact that NBA players just choose to use and abuse brands like Rude, show some imagination, some creativity next time. Jrue, you're a champion. You locked down Chris Paul and Devin Booker in moments, but I'm dropping your fit. Next up, we got Bobby Portis and those wonderful eyes of his in a leopard print Dolce & Gabbana jacket. Very, very, very clean. You love the statement item. Complements it quite perfectly and exquisitely with the white tee, the black slacks, the black and white Mike 1s. Like, look, this is very business casual, and he actually looks like he's going somewhere. This is the NBA Finals. This is the biggest moment of his life. Not to say you can't dress it down with a pair of sweats or a hoodie sometimes, but I like that he dressed it up while not going so far as to wear, a bespoke suit or something ridiculous like that. I'm absolutely copping this fit. Of course, we're gonna take you to PJ's Playhouse. PJ Tucker, again, y'all know how I feel about PJ Tucker. However, I told you I was tired of Rude. I'm even more tired of gallery department. In that same vein, I'm tired of the set situation. Look, you could have wore either this shirt or these shorts and I would have been completely fine with it. But this whole, let's wear the whole setup, I'm just good off of it. We need to find a new slant. And again, gallery department is another one of these brands that is being completely ran into the ground. But, elsewhere in the outfit, I'm not mad at what he's doing with the custom ones though. Shoe Surgeon I'm not gonna lie, he did his thing here. There's actual real ice dripping off of this thing. 32.74 carats worth. That according to BR Kicks. I'm not mad at bringing the bling factor for the NBA Finals. However, I'm dropping this fit. Sorry, PJ. I want to get into some pretty juicy gossip that's been going on within the sneaker world, and that's between Vanessa Bryant and Kobe Bryant's estate and the sneaker brands. As you know, it was reported and announced by both the Bryant estate as well as Nike that they would no longer be partnering on Kobe's signature shoe line or any future shoes. We find out last week that Adidas is dropping signature Kobe sneakers and shoes that may not have been Kobe SIGs per se while he was with Adidas, but he wore them all the time and are affiliated with him. They announced that they would be dropping those towards the end of the year and next year. I'm very interested in the timing of some of these leaks and announcements. I think it's a big deal that Adidas is going to be continuing to drop this, and the fact that Vanessa has stated that they're going to continue to shop for ways to put stuff out for Kobe's fans to have. If I were you guys, I'd be monitoring this situation very closely.
A friend texted me saying, "Are you a witch? And if so, can you write about my favorite player? Because I'm trying to have us win a championship."
One of the best in the business when it comes to this long form thing. So good, in fact, she decided to write what is promises to be the sports book of the year, titled Giannis, the Improbable Rise of an MVP. Having gotten to know Giannis a little bit better, understanding quite intimately, it's a fairy tale story, his freaking come up, like son of immigrants in Greece. Like, these are not people of means. They're struggling, and he finds this game that saves his damn life. So I'm really curious as to you watching this at the crib. Like, wow.
I know. I'm literally watching it and I'm just like, how? You know, like if you take one piece of adversity, right? Let's just keep it like basketball wise. Say this guy starts at age 13 playing basketball, right? He doesn't even play regularly until I would say age 16. You take that alone, that's like, wow, how did you make the NBA? But then you take into account there were days where he didn't eat his first meal till 11. He was undocumented. He couldn't play for the top 2 teams in Greece because he didn't have documentation. So he gets found in this, you know, ridiculous league in this tiny little gym, and he makes it. And then he's so scrawny, and then he transforms from that to this. So any one of those things would have been enough adversity for a person to overcome. He overcomes all of them.
It really is this rags to riches story. Like, talk about not having basketball shoes when he was younger, having to share basketball shoes with his brother when he got them, being a street vendor. Now he's an NBA champion. And again, he's about to be the face of a multi-billion-dollar entity. It's quite remarkable.
This is also somebody that didn't purchase first-class seats until the year 2016 to 17. This is a person that was deeply hesitant and still is to spend money because he never forgets where he comes from. He never forgets what it's like to do without. Even if you don't know anything about basketball, you like his personality.
Now, listen, I love all of the heartwarming, family-friendly stuff, but as you know, Giannis has a little spice to him. He got a little spicy on the podium. He's banging the table, talking about, I did it the hard way. I could have joined a super team. I could have did this. I did it with my guys. I did it in this damn great city. What's going through your mind as you watch Giannis? You know, sprinkle a little spice on Katie and them boys in Brooklyn.
That's literally Giannis. Do you notice why he always dominates the Knicks? They were the only team that didn't send a scout to Greece for him. He's just always aware of every slight, everything that people say. And he's not obsessed with it by any means, but he's not afraid to be a little spicy. I mean, the mean mug that we see, yes, he had to practice it. It was not natural to him. But once the body came with it, he could do that. I mean, there's a play, I don't know if you remember this, he dunks on Ben Simmons and he says, he's a fucking baby.
Yeah, that was impressive.
This is like the definition of spice.
He mentions the stuff about Chris Middleton particularly. I'm really touched by that. Just the camaraderie that he's built with Middleton as not his sidekick, but he's just like, this is my guy. I'm going to empower him. Because I remember back when we used to diss LeBron for passing to his teammates in the clutch and how stupid we were for doing that. And Giannis is flipping that on his head. He's like, nah, I trust these guys and I'm going with them.
He's like, here you go, Pat. Here's another 3. I'm like, you know, part of me was like, don't pass to Pat because, you know, I want you to go to the basket. But yes, I get it. You know what I mean? Trust your teammates. That's leadership. I think one of the journeys that I chart in the book is the evolution of Giannis's leadership and the kind of teammate he is. Sterling Brown told me like the one difference is he just really listens to his teammates. And I think like that's leadership. It's not always being the person saying something. It's being a good listener and trusting those around you.
I want to get you out of here on this because I think it's an important question. Because the league is in a transition period out of the LeBrons and the Chris Pauls and the people who carried this league. Is Giannis ready to put his face on this thing, making sure that the league is in a place that it needs to be for the generations that come behind him?
Absolutely, you know, like, and I think he's going to do it his way. He's not going to change into an inauthentic version of himself. He got here his way and he's going to stay here his way. And people really respect that. It's such a lesson when you're just yourself and you can make it as yourself. That's really cool. I mean, he's so lovable because he is exactly the charismatic, goofy, you know, can I have 50 nuggets guy.
50, exactly. Okay. Not 51, not 49.
I look at Giannis, I look at Luka, I look at all these people and I'm like, this is the future. Regardless of this stupid discourse about can they be the face if they're international, it's ridiculous. Giannis winning and becoming that face, I think is going to further globalize basketball because there is going to be a next Giannis in Greece. There is going to be a next Black Greek player that picks up a ball because of him. And I interviewed a lot of them in my book, and they said I would have never played basketball if it wasn't for Giannis. So that's so awesome.
Wow. Well, Mirin Fader, the great, thank you for your time. All right, y'all, that's our show for today. Make sure you subscribe to The Ringers YouTube. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please don't give a thumbs down. Don't be a big old hater. And please please make sure you tune in every single Friday to watch Full Court Fits. I'm Big Waz. This is The Ringer. We're out.